All right, music students, this is a quick tutorial for how to use QGrooves if you've never used it before. So quickly, there are 5 tracks: keyboard, synth, brass, drums, percussion, and bass. It's important to know drums and percussion cannot use the keyboard down here to change chords. Keyboards, you can use this keyboard to change chords. So there's C major, D minor, all these different chords, G major, F major. That is important because you will need to follow the directions that I give you for the chord changes in these assignments. So keyboards can do chord changes, synth brass, you can also use the piano for chord changes, and bass, you can use the piano down there. Drums and percussion, you do not use the keyboard because drums and percussion instruments are like non-pitched instruments, so you can't really make a chord with percussion instruments. That's why drums and percussion don't have the chords down there. All right, so that's the tracks you use. The numbers up top, it's important for you to know that too. Those numbers up there, right there, are for the measures. What that means is everything under number 1 in a stack, those stacked boxes there, that is everything in measure 1. That's important because if I say do a C chord in measure 1 or whatever, then everything under measure 1 has to be a C chord for measure 1. Measure 2, all those boxes underneath there are all of measure 2, and so on as you go across all those measures there. All right, having said that, let me, somehow those got clicked off. Okay, these down here are loops. So you can choose any genre you want to. That's the style. Style and genre are kind of the same thing. So there's a lot of cool ones under here: symphonic, chill pop, country. They've even added a few since the last time I did a tutorial video. So you can use any style of music, genre that you want to. So like if I want to do, I don't know, hip hop, then I click hip hop. Okay. Then I can go down here and listen to a loop by just clicking on it. All right, so that's what the little chunk of a loop sounds like. You can see on the piano, I have F major here, so it's also going to show you F major in all these loops. It's important for you to pay attention to the chord you're using. So I can listen to different loops. Okay, so that loop sounds a little bit different. Sometimes this arrow here, if there's more than 5, you can click that arrow and hear more than 5. But let's say you pick the genre you like and the loop that you like. All you have to do at that point is, since I'm on the keyboards track, let's say actually for measure 1, usually I have students start on a C chord. So let's say C for the first one. And let's say you like this third loop right here. You click it and drag it up to that box right there. Then when you play the play button down here, it'll play that loop. All right, so then you can hear that loop right there. When you add synth brass loop under it, or drums or bass or whatever, whenever you add other stuff underneath, you can see this yellow bar right here scrolls across the screen, and everything that the yellow bar is passing by, it will play all of those loops at the same time. So that's the basics to it. Is just you go to the track that you're supposed to use, pick the genre you want. You can listen to loops by just clicking on them. Make sure you're on the chord you're supposed to be on for that measure, and then you just click and drag the loop up to the track and the measure where you want it to be. One other thing, if you want to get rid of a track, if you listen to it, like here's these two at the same time, and if you're like, "Oh, I don't really like that loop," if you wanna just get rid of it, you click it and drag it off to the side here, and poof, it disappears. So that's how you get rid of tracks. Once you are finished with an assignment, this is important. A lot of students struggle with this. Quaver is not like Google. It will not automatically save it for you. You have to actually go up to the menu and click save if you wanna save it and work on it later. You put a title in there, whatever you want to title it. And then for the composer, that's going to be you because you're making this song. So to just save it, I would put a title and composer, and then I would just click OK. But to submit it, you have to click on menu. Submit is important. That's how you turn it into me. So then on my end of everything, I can see it and I can hear what you've done, and then I can give you a grade. So if you don't click menu submit, then I won't be able to see it. Remember, it's not like Google, it won't automatically save it for you. I wish it would, but that's just not how they built the program for Quaver. So you have to actually go into menu and save it and then submit it yourself. Once you submit it here, I'll just give it a title, I don't know, ABC by composer Sheehan. There you go. Once you submit it and you click OK, then that little thumb will go boop like that, and that means that you have turned it in. All right, there is your quick tutorial on how to use Quaver. I hope you have fun with it.